Well, as usual, I wasn't planning on doing another video of this knife, was I? I wasn't bothered, but one or two have asked, haven't they? Thanks for your comments, it was alright. Anyway, like I said, that was very weak and I just tried it to see, and of course it broke off. It's not a problem. Only, I told a couple in comments, I'd rather have it working and functional and to be able to use as a knife rather than, you know, something that looks pretty. And it had two issues. One was it was too weak to cut anything with that you feel safe with, and the other one was sharpening. So what I've tried to do, I've only done the rough one so far. I've done a more hollow grind there. So I've just put it on the, well, using the edge of the belt sander wheel. I can make it a bit tidier. And then I'm going to, because it'll be thinner, I'll re-anneal it yet again, get it as hot as I can and quench it off. So if we can get that edge hard, because it'll be thinner, it should get hotter. I'm sure you agree with that. And then we'll grind it up and see. It was actually, although I wasn't very happy with it, it was actually as sharp as that other professional knife I've got, to be honest. So I think it was just the grind. Anyway, and the other thing I'm doing, this is what I've come up with. I thought of several ways, you know, to get a piece of pipe and drill a hole and slot it and put in there, and a bit of 1/2 inch pipe. Well, that's 1/2 inch water collar, you see, that would go in there. And I thought of that idea, and I thought, well, to drill that out, I can't really drill a slot in there and it would be too thin on the edge. So then I thought, well, how about getting 2 bits of flat and put down and gluing in? Well, once again, it's going to be a little bit weak on the sides and that, relying it. So I thought the best thing to do is just put 2 bits of round in. So I've got these 2 pieces, if you can see those, and I've just ground, well, a flat, slight rounded flat on that end. So that, let me just put the handle down a second. Right, let's see if you can see what we're trying to show you. I'm using that again as normal, and they will go in there like that, if you can see. So I'll drill a hole. You know, when you look at a blooming viewfinder on a camera. So I'll drill a hole through there that will of course correspond to that. Do 2 of those, and then I had to have about that thickness. It's just a bolt I've got and cut off, and I had to have about that thickness for the pin. Here's the old one that I've drilled the end and knocked out. You see, it has to be that thickness, if you can see that, to be strong enough. You know, alright, I normally make things too strong, but I'd rather have it too strong than too weak. Well then, that doesn't leave an awful lot. I'm trying to keep my hand out the light there. That, as you can see, that doesn't leave a lot between the gap and that. So what I'm going to do is just put these on the grinder and grind them down, you know, quite a bit. And then I can drill 2 holes in there. There'll be plenty strong enough. And of course it don't matter, they don't have to be very good because the glue will hold them, won't they? So then I can put them on there, put them on here, like that, and rivet it up with some washers to spacer it if they need it. In fact, looking at this, I think it's going to fill it up enough, because as I said, it needs to be tight when it's done. That was another thing. It was tight to pull out, but it wasn't very tight to open, and I want it tight. And I'm not even bothered if I had to get some pliers to open it with, you know, in the first instance. I want it tight on that end so there's no play that way. And then if I get it tight, because it's not a locking knife, as you know, if I get it tight, you see, that way, unless you're stupid enough to use it with a screwdriver, because it isn't locked, it'll cut and it'll close up and cut your hand or cut your finger off, so you don't use it as a screwdriver. But then it should be good enough as a paring knife, you know, for well, anything you want, especially paring wood and things like that. That's what I'm after. So as I said, I'm going for functionality over looks now. We made it, and we made it quite pretty, and it worked, but it just wasn't strong enough and it had its weaknesses, so I'd rather have it functional. Right, like I say, just a very short video today. I've done that little bit, I'm not doing any more today. And, you know, we've recovered it, because the other option, of course, would be to find another piece of wood and make a new handle, which I could have done. But again, it's still relying on that boss on the end. And even if the grain was going the correct way, you know, it's, you know, I don't like the design. That's the bottom line. Is now I've never looked at knives very much in the past, and I've never bothered looking at this one. I think I mentioned that. And now I've seen it, I know they're very popular. They're cheap and well made, and they make nice little pen knives for sharpening pencils and things, probably. But no, you know, it's only me, I suppose. But I can see some design flaws. Anyway, at the end of it, but I won't do any more videos of this, of course, but at the end of it I will show you it in another video sometime, or I'll do a video of when I'm using it for something else. That's the best thing, isn't it? Right, like I said, just a shortish one today as a follow-up to tell you how I'm hoping to make it functional in the end. Alright, anyway, I hope you've liked this. Well, no, a few of you said. Thanks ever so much. This is really what I'm doing this video for. You know, thanks ever so much for your comments and support and that, because, you know, this is what is making it worthwhile. Alright, thanks a lot. See you soon.